We're gonna soak cashews. These are raw unsalted cashews. 100 grams of cashews. 10 minutes. In the meantime, korma paste. We're gonna have a lot of cumin. 25 grams of regular cumin. We're also gonna hit it with some smoked cumin. This is smoked cumin that I had already ground. So 25 grams of regular. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. That was cinnamon anyways. So, okay. Off to a horrible start. No, we're not gonna toast that. It's alright, figure that out. 15 grams smoked cinnamon. We're doing about 15 grams smoked cumin. 15.9. We're gonna hit it with some fenugreek. We're gonna go in with about, say, 7 of fenugreek. 10 of the allspice berries, I think. Maybe. See how we feel. No, it's gonna be 7 too. I think that was 7. 7, perfect. That's 2 perfects in a row. Cloves, we're gonna get in with 7 of cloves, unless we stop a little sooner. Maybe 5. I mean, we're gonna stop at 2. We're gonna go 2 grams of cloves. Those are strong. What else we got? Coriander. We're going in with 20 grams of coriander. 25. We're calling it 25. Perfect. We got regular cinnamon. 3.7. I want to bring that up to 5. I just want to get it to 5. There you go. Cool. 5 regular cinnamon, and we're also going to hit it with 5 smoked cinnamon. Again, 5 grams of these things. You can probably tell, camera, how much darker this was than the cinnamon that's in there. If we go like this, this is raw, and this is oak smoked for a number of hours. Let's see, how long? 4 hours. So, what are we saying? 5 on that. We want 5 on the smoked as well. 6.8, we're gonna ride with that. A generic yellow Indian curry. We got some black cardamom. Love cardamom. 7 pods is 5 grams. We're gonna call it 5 grams. Green cardamom, however much this is. That was 4. Let's say 4. Let's stick with 4. 5 grams black, 4 grams green. Cannot forget the mace. One of the... Try and get it to 5, I guess. 5. Ooh, that was close. No, that's gotta be 5. I'm not touching it again. There you go. The only other thing I got in terms of a big chunky ingredient is these smoked mushrooms. Robustness. Let's say 2 mushrooms. It's about 5 grams. Let's get it to 5. Let's take it 6.5. Looking nice. So this is going to be a really warm in terms of the flavor of the spices, the nature of the spices. It's going to have some warm undertones to it, just with the smoked ingredients and the spice blend. Nice. Could also throw mustard seeds in here. I don't think I have any right now, but I would. But I don't have any. Now we're here. Warm pan, spice blend. This will be our garam masala, essentially. And now, since I made this mistake, we have ground cinnamon going in here, so we have to be relatively cognizant that there's already ground spice in here. But we're gonna keep it moving. We already hear that, we don't hear anything. We already smell that cinnamon toasting the second it hit this hot pan. A lot of things in the kitchen is fixable, they're reversible, and undoable, but when you add a bunch of ground spice to things that aren't supposed to have ground spices in them, it's one of the things you're not coming back from. It smells pretty good. Smell the cumin a little bit. There we go. Now we're good. Let it sit in that hot pan for a little bit. There you go. Good on that. We're gonna work on the wet ingredients.
Oh my god, it smells amazing!
Good. That is how it's supposed to smell. We're gonna add herbs to the korma paste. We have some parsley here, and we also have cilantro. Curly leaf parsley or flat leaf, doesn't matter. I don't think it matters anyways. Like that. I don't need all the cilantro stems, but I'll take a good number of them. Like that. We're pre-chopping this. food processor doesn't have to work too hard. And the more you process herbs like this, they can become bitter. And we wash the herbs. There we go. Cool. Got this. We need the lid. Okay, before we start with this is that was the wrong one. This is the right one. This is for wet stuff. This is for dry stuff. Cool. We're gonna add a couple ingredients we forgot about before. No biggie, not a huge deal. This is one thing we didn't forget about, but we have to grind up our Kashmiri pepper. I want to get this into a powder. Kind of winging it. I'm also refusing to look anything up or access any resources, so it's my fault. Kashmiri pepper, largely used for color, from my understanding. So we got, don't really get it to a powder as much. Let's try to go a little more. Nice, looking better. We didn't weigh that out at all, did we? No, we did not. Okay. 10 grams. We're gonna call it 10. It's sitting at 8.7, but we want 10. We got long pepper. This is one that I forgot about. 10 on that too. And usually I would toast this. I'm not gonna do it here just because we're already moving along, but yeah, usually this would go in with the toasted spices. Long pepper, all ground up. It's going in, smelling good. Okay, pre-ground turmeric, yeah, quite a bit. Maybe not that much. This is a really big spoon. 15 grams of pre-ground turmeric. Nice. Okay, there we go. We're gonna bring our toasted spices over now. Perfect. About 125 grams total of our garam masala. There we go. Sticking a rock. Cinnamon. Let's grind them up. Here's the addition of that extra turmeric. Another, no, let's call it 15. 15 has to be, no? Love that. It's a good color. Unlike, unfollow, unsubscribe. Give me that thing. There's another reason why we want to jostle this around a bit. I've found a couple sticks in here. I'm calling them sticks. They're just pieces of cinnamon that didn't get ground up enough. And I think this will work with the amount of herbs that we have. So I think we still need to measure the herbs. 627. So that is going to be the right amount for this amount of spice into the bowl of our food processor. Here with the garlic, pre-peeled garlic, 1 clamshell. Throw this in. That's 121 grams. Onions, a bunch of onions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 onions. Half. If you're a careful peeler or a careless peeler, seems to be a pretty good dividing line there. What's the weight of our onions here? 576, 575. We're gonna call it 575 onions. 575 to 6. Okay. Nice. Okay, 575 yellow onion. 65 grams of green onion. Just the whites and the sturdy green parts. How much ginger? That you could always leave the skin on. I'm not leaving all of it on. I'm not taking all of it off either. Got that. 50 grams of ginger. Fresh turmeric. Give it a rinse. Turmeric actually does want to scrub. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 fresh turmerics, peeled and roughly chopped. Nice. We hit it at 92, but we're gonna call it all good. The juice of 2 lime. We're gonna have to see how much that weighs. 35, 36. Anywhere from 30 to 50 grams of fresh lime juice. Now the order of operations here is kind of important. I'm gonna follow a strategy here. First, we're gonna get our garlic figured out. And to get our garlic figured out, we're gonna need an amount of salt. Kosher salt, gonna be 10 grams. 10 grams kosher salt. This is actually 12, but 10, between 10 and 12. Garlic is gonna go in there too. Then the lemon juice. Scrape the sides. Excuse me. After that, I'm gonna add the cashews with the cashew water. We didn't measure the cashew water, so actually, cashews first, and then add the water as needed. So the water doesn't have a measurement, we'll just do the cashews. And then you add water to the consistency that this video looks like. And soaking these cashews makes them more pliable and easier to turn them into kind of creamy cashew paste. Essentially making cashew butter. Perfect. Now we can start adding our other wet ingredients. Turmeric, our onions, our ginger. It's a nice paste consistency there. Cool. Veggies. Nice. Looking pretty yellow over here. Then in with our herbs. Might need to add a little bit more of that cashew water. Loosen it up a little bit. Butter. I'm going to do this in stages. A few herbs in here. Scrape the sides. Dress it nice. Make sure everybody gets to know each other. And then chop them into little pieces together. Crazy. This can come out. We got another batch. There we go. We're gonna mix the herbs. Herbs going in the curry paste there. Get all that herby goodness. Herby goodness would be a cool stage name. Herby goodness. I like that. So now we got our herbs in our curry paste, and everything's starting to come together. Mix it up. Oh, there you go. Pocket of that yellow curry paste. Great. I'm gonna give it a flavor taster. Wow. That's great for a base. That's awesome. Very flavorful. Delicious. I don't even think it needs any more salt. Call it. Good. Now we're gonna cook with it. The next step is to figure out how much of the spice blend we're gonna add in here. I'm guessing it's gonna be quite a bit, since we have it. We have 1,500 grams of wet. So out of 1,524 grams, I'm gonna go about 200 on the spices. It's gonna be the exact right amount for what I just called. That's pretty cool. I want 200, just about for that amount. We're gonna do 175, so anywhere between 175 and 200. Stir that around. Need a little more wiggle room. In terms of the wetness, add a little water. Pluck out the big chunkers, as you see them. Definitely need some salt. I've already added salt, so this is kind of a weird measurement ability, but 10 grams of salt. That was 12, but oh, there's a chunker. There you go. Maybe it's a 2 for 1. Hey, buddy. Yeah, big boy. Taste and adjust. Yummy, yummy. Now we'll make some chicken korma. Now we're doing big things. Frozen ginger garlic paste. Make this every so often and freeze a bunch of it in these little containers. Is it a quarter cup? Is it probably about a half cup? 1 cup, half cup. The recipe will be correct. We're gonna go in our pan with 3 small yellow onions, but how much onion is that really? Let's find out. Cool. Love that sound. It's like a singing bowl. 156. Call it 150 grams onions. And how much this is of ginger garlic paste. We don't know the ratio of ginger and garlic in here, but that's all good. 100 grams, just about. 94, but we're gonna call it 100. And we're over to the stove. I'm gonna saute some vegetables in avocado oil. Any kind of neutral oil works here. First, the ginger garlic paste, because this is frozen. So we just want to thaw this one a little bit. We also have to chop our onions. So while this is gonna thaw, I'm gonna chop these up. onions in too. Forgot to chop one of the onions. 2 cans of coconut milk. 100 grams of onions and a cup of ginger garlic paste. We're using 350 grams of the korma paste. Ginger garlic paste sauteed down. Nice. Don't want to go too far on it. Just about far enough. It's on medium-high heat. A little bit of salt. Not all the way cooked through, but getting there. We want to get our korma paste into this hot pan to saute. I would probably turn it down a little bit. I would already have sauteed the chicken off in the pan in some neutral oil to get that fond on the bottom. I'm just using chicken breast today. But here, I didn't do that. Could be an optional step. I'm just going to braise this chicken breast in here for half hour or so once I add the coconut milk. But as an additional step, if you want extra credit, saute the chicken first. Get it nice, give it a nice crust. I'm going to cook this on medium heat. I'll turn it back up to medium-high chicken. Part of making this dish, formulating a yellow curry that's kind of universal, hits all the different notes. I was researching the difference between the North Indian and the South Indian cuisines. Northern India uses a lot more milk, yogurt, traditional milk for their unctuousness and their fattiness in the dishes, whereas Southern India uses a lot more coconut-based products, so coconut cream, coconut milk. I'm going to split the difference today. I'm going to be using coconut milk and also a little bit of yogurt. Coconut milk, we're going to have 800 mils of coconut. We're also going to put a bag of spinach in here. 4 ounces of spinach. And get that wilted. Some salt on that. Help speed it along. Once that's wilted down, everything else is doing all right. We're going to add the whole thing of spinach. 8 ounces of spinach. 2.5 pounds of chicken breast. For this amount of everything else. Nice fond on the bottom down there. Like that. Well, another 30 seconds. And add the coconut milk. There we go. Got it on the bottom a little more. That's what we want. Coconut milk. Okay, come on. Gotta cool that pan down. I can't get the milk out of here. Prevent this from burning here. Turn it down a little bit too. Not too crazy out here. There we go. Scrape up all those bits, those goodies from the bottom there. There you go. Now that that's in there, turn it back up a little bit. Really get that coconut milk going. Turn that back up to medium-high. Salt to taste. Just 2 pinches. Give me that. Wow, more salt, but we're looking good. To this, we're also going to add a bit of yogurt. That'll give it a little body. Also give it a little tang. That's what we want. 100 grams of yogurt. And we're looking real good. Sitting pretty. Let's get a flavor taster on this. Love it. No notes. One no. Low salt. A little bit. Touch it. Just touch it. It's our chicken. Left up. Nice. Break these down. Jack some small chunks. They'll cook faster too. That's nice. Saute this off first. And have little crispy pieces of chicken. we didn't do it that way. So we're gonna have pretty uniformly tender chicken throughout. Give me that to the stove. Putting our chicken into our corn sauce. I'm gonna season our chicken a little bit. I want to get some flavor in the chicken itself. Right in. Should only take about 10 or 15 minutes to heat all the way through. But of course, you want to temp your chicken. At 165, it's super safe. 160, it's a little less safe, but a little more tasty. Awesome. One of my favorite parts of eating Indian food is the red onion on top. We got that. I'm just gonna cut them into thin, long strips, pole to pole. We're gonna put these in a little bit of water. Rough chop. This has been simmering away for about 10 minutes. Rice. Hot rice. Rice down in half the container. Whatever you're serving this in. Nice. Oh, baby.
Ooh, she pretty. She getting prettier.
That should be one of the best things you've ever tasted.
Hello, Star of India, is that you?
Isn't that good? Mm-hmm. Is this, what would you rate it out of 5 stars?
5.
Good. Okay, cool.
Want my own bowl.
Okay, I want to try it. I want my own bowl now. Oh, wow. It's so hot. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. I think maybe a little more salt. Maybe a little garam masala on top. Set it off. Yeah. Oh, and now we have a little extra garam masala on top. 165. This is good. Wow. 10 thumbs up. Hey, so get out of here. I'm having a moment.